Dadgum. This one would be a nice keeper. But let's get it back. It's a big old fish. Jet it down. Woo! He gone. He would be a keeper during the season. Let's let him go. Jet him down. Feisty fish. Let's let you go. He gone. Unfortunately, at the time of making this video, I can't legally keep him, so he has to go back. So we're gonna let him go, but what a stud. Yeah, I wish I could have caught this one when he was in season. Jet him straight down. Yeah, and he's gone. Those are out of season. That one would have been a nice keeper. Y'all. We're getting gas over here at J&M Bait and Tackle because the boat's pretty empty in fuel, and we're about to head offshore. Amberjack season opened today. It is May 1st, and it's a little swelly out there. I'm hoping I can get out there about 25 miles and get us one. You're only allowed one, and it's open for this month until June 1st, and they have to be 34 inches to the fourth length. So hopefully we can get out there, get us a legal one, come back in and clean it and cook it up, because amberjack is very good. I catch them all year round, and it's not often I can keep them when the season's open. So we have the boat launched here in Orange Beach, Alabama. A little bit of breeze. It's probably gonna be a wet and choppy ride, but I just want to go out, get the AJ, come back in and cook it up. It's a beautiful sunny day, and I'm happy that you can join me out on the water. Sit back, relax, and let's get to our fishing spot. Got a gorgeous Viking coming by. Man, those are awesome sport fishers. A lot of maintenance and money for that. Big old swell. Man, I need a haircut. But dang, that was a 25-mile ride, actually 26 miles. And some swell, but it's spread out, which was nice. You can see we're already getting marks sitting in 120 feet of water. Big old marks there. But I do want to say thank you to Mossy Oak for being a partner of the channel. When I wasn't wearing my UCPs or OCPs in the Army, I was wearing Mossy Oak camo hunting and fishing. Not that you need camo fishing, but at least they make good apparel. And now I'll wear it out here in the sun. And if you want to go check out Mossy Oak on their store, it'll be linked down below. Use promo code BAMA Saltwater. Let's get the trolling motor down and I'll show you the jig I'm using. My setup today is a Nomad Ridgeback jig, and let's see what size I've got tied up today. This is a 200 gram because we wanted to get down there fast. These are big fish. They're not afraid to hit a big fast moving lure. Now I have tied up some 50-pound Yazuri fluorocarbon leader, and I'm running 80-pound braid, and this is 80-pound Power Pro. I've done an FG knot. It's a very slim and powerful knot. Now, this is a Shimano Torium. This is a 30 PG, a very powerful star drag reel, great for bottom fishing. Then a Crowder 6.5-foot Enamic jigging rod, very powerful rod. I know y'all came here to see some fishing and catching. Let's get our bait down. Here goes our jig down. Make sure it's not tangled up. Oh, those smaller ones are already chasing it. We want the big one though. This will be fun. And I like to do it pretty fast. Oh, they already hit it. There's one. Okay, we're hooked up already. Oh, it came off. Pull the hook out of them. Oh, yep, we're hooked up. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's a, oh, come on. That's a good one. That's a good one. Come on, Jack. Wow, what a powerful fish. What a powerful fish. That's why you want to bring some heavy tackle on this structure. How amazing is this? Yes, be the keeper that we need on the first drop. Use the power of this reel. I'm gonna use my gunnel. I love using the gunnel. I just got my butt handed to me on that one. So I upped my leader to 80 pound and then put on another Nomad jig. And we're gonna drift on that one. If you have somebody else with you, you can use the engine to pull that fish away from the structure. Drop down. There, oh, come on, come and grab it again. They're such ferocious fish. There it is. Yep, there it is. There you are. Golly. Get up here. Get up here. Wow. That is so cool. Oh, get up here, man. We're gonna get you up. Shark's gonna get him. Shark's gonna get him. Well, there he is. There he is. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Right below the boat, too. Oh, come here. Oh, there's a big shark down there. That's a big shark. That is not a good thing at all. That's not a good thing at all. Come here. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. There's another big one below too. Come here, you. I want to net them because you got to make sure they're legal. Pretty sure that one's going to be legal. Wow. What a beast. We got to make sure he's 34 inches to the fork. And if he is, that's our one keeper. Woo. See him? That shark just tried to come up and eat the trolling motor again. We got him on the Nomad Streaker jig. And this is a, where's the weight on it? An 80-gram jig, because the sharks and the barracuda are still in the other ones. But we got our keeper amberjack of the opening day of the season. How incredible. Now they do get larger than this, and it's insane how much they fight. But I'm just happy to have this one on board. We're gonna throw it in the ice box and go try something else, because these things are such beasts. Look at that mouth. And I didn't bring nothing but artificial today. I brought zero bait, and we got our keeper AJ of the season. Now you do have to have a reef fishing endorsement on your license, because this is a reef fish. If you don't have that endorsement, you can't keep them, and really no point not to have it. It's an extra 10 bucks if you're a resident. And you also have to make sure you report it when you get back to the dock. I don't make those rules up, just letting you know if you want to be legal. Let's throw them in the ice box and go do some trolling or something. Whew. That was a pretty nice jack, and you're only allowed one a person. So I'm gonna go head back in a little bit closer. I actually came across a decent grass line, but I wanted to knock out the amberjack for the day. Whoa, big swell there. This will be fun. All right, well, let's go. We just came in, we're about 12 miles away from the pass, and there's a semi-defined grass line. I mean, it's been beat to death by everybody trolling it, but I'm gonna toss something kind of small on it. This is a 1/2 ounce bird of prey hex jig. You can literally catch anything out in the Gulf. And maybe there's like some chicken dolphin, maybe some Spanish. Heck, even bonita we can save for bait. Get this jig out there. It's good to see some grass already though. It's a good sign of some excellent fishing coming up offshore. Got these rips and grass lines, but this is the grass. It's sargassum weed or sargasso weed. Some people call it different things. A lot of times you can shake it and little shrimps, fish, seahorses will come out of it. And that's what attracts so many of these fish, because it attracts the bait. But there's nothing on this one. It's still kind of early in the year. Oh, we have one. We have a little chicken dolphin. Check that out. I'm not going to use him as bait, even though he would make an excellent wahoo bait. But this is what's hanging around. These gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Wow. All blue and lit up. That yellow tail. Come on, little buddy. Come on, come down. I don't want to get sabiki in me. Look at that fish. Wow. These are some of the fastest growing fish in the sea as well. There you go. He gone. Oh, there's some bigger ones over there though. Wouldn't mind keeping one of those. God, I can't stand sabiki rigs sometimes. They hook freaking everything, man. There are little mahi jumping as far as the eye can see right here, all along this grass line. It looks like there's an end right there, but the rip keeps on going. There may be some more scattered over there. But I'm just pulling a little Nomad jerkbait because there's a bunch of tiny mahi. I can't get the Almaco jacks to hit a sabiki, but maybe something will come up and hit it. Something keeps on pecking at it. It's those little bitty baby dolphin mahi. They're about as big as the lure is. That wasn't a baby, but I think I have a lot of grass on there. I don't know yet. Something took it down. No, there's a fish on there, and there's a bunch of grass. So it's a mix of fish and grass, just like if you're bass fishing. Oh man, this one's not a bad size mahi. Ain't super big, but it's a pretty fish nevertheless. And there he goes. Sweet, he got to go back. But this is all I'm trolling. This is a Nomad Shikari jerkbait, the 145, and it's a slow flowing jerkbait. Has some 44-pound single strand wire on there just in case a king decides to show up, or wahoo, something with some teeth. Now I'm pulling this shallow diving jerkbait from 5.5 to 6.5 miles an hour. I don't like pulling them much faster than that. Okay, we got another bite while trolling. Oh, what are you, buddy? What are you? Is it another dolphin? I don't know. Let's bring it in and find out. Feels pretty solid. I mean, these things are fun to catch. It's like catching a big Spanish mackerel, pretty colors on it. Yeah, it is a dolphin. Sweet. Get a jump out of them. Get a jump. Come here, man. Look how lit up this thing is. I'm gonna let you go. You're hooked pretty easy, so that's awesome. Get a jump. Get a jump. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, bud. I mean, that one would eat pretty good. It's not a bad dolphin. Oh, come on. Treble hook, great. That's not a bad mahi, but we're gonna let it go because we got that big old AJ. There you go, man. Whew. Those things are just insane. I mean, they're ferocious. Full of energy. It's time to go. We're gonna go in and fillet that amberjack up. Make some nice grilled amberjack sandwiches. That sounds pretty dang good because all I've had today is a pack of Vienna sausages. So, you know, just because they don't spoil and they're quick and easy on a boat. Caught those mahi on this Nomad. You can pretty much catch those dolphin on anything small and shiny when they're fired up like that. You just don't get that much meat off ones that size. But it is perfectly legal to keep them in the Gulf of Mexico. And I'm gonna get in before that afternoon wind comes in. What's up, little buddy? What's up, little buddy? Trying to get dinner? I don't really have anything I can give you, but you're not supposed to, you know, give them anything anyway. Not that I was. But there's plenty of fish for you to eat, man. Plenty of fish. Look at all that around there. And you got better eyesight than I do, so you shouldn't have any issue. We're at the cleaning table, and this is a bird of prey tailgate clean table. It fits on the back of your truck tailgate or vehicle tailgate, and it's made out of starboard. They make different sizes and stuff. They'll be linked down below as well. But there's our amberjack. It is very rare to see an amberjack at the house because every time I catch them, they're out of season. So this is actually pretty sweet because we have a legal one. Opening day of the season. I was hesitant getting out there because I didn't know if it was going to be super windy and rough or not. And it was kind of rough, but hey, we got one. Check out the big old mouth on this thing. And what's insane is they get as big as I do. You know, this is about your average size, keeper size right there. But big mouth, powerful fish, big forked tail. And when you keep one in Alabama, you have to measure it from their front of their mouth, right here, to the fork in the tail, which is right here. This is a forked tail. It has to be 34 inches to that spot right there, not to here. So you want to make sure if you're legal, you keep one. You're allowed one a person, and I got my one. I don't really want to catch any more than that. So let's go ahead and fillet it. I do have two sword knives here. One is the serrated knife, and that's what I'm going to use to outline the fish because they do have some thick skin. And then I have the regular 7-inch fillet knife that will get the meat off. Let's outline this fish. I always like to feel that head meat, which is right here. Woo, nice sharp knife. And make a cut. Look down, get that head off. Or at least the meat separated off the head. You don't have to cut the head off at this point. What an amazing, powerful fish. Now I'm gonna go through the belly. Be careful when going through their belly cavity because you can pierce some guts and that'll taint the meat. But once you get through the belly cavity, you can outline this fillet. And I like to take my time with these. They're a very good eating fish. A firm white meat. Very expensive in a restaurant. And also at the fish market. Get that knife clean. Go around top of their head and follow that dorsal. See, they have scales, little bitty scales like that. And that's where that serrated knife helps. Also, don't be afraid to clean those scales off the edge. You'll get a nice cleaner cut. Scales off. Sweet, and then make a cut there. Now one side of that fillet is outlined. Let's take the regular fillet knife. This is a 7-inch, and start getting it off the bone. Feel a little bit of flex in there. And you're gonna fillet all the way down to their spine. They have a big spine. I mean, it's a hardy fish. Now you can go up and over the spine, or you can do like I'm about to do, where we outline the bottom of it, rotate the fish instead of stepping around it, rotate it to you. We'll meet that cut in the middle. See, just like this. And once you meet that cut in the middle, get it off that spine. And we're going to make sure we don't get any of that guts there, but we do want that belly meat. I'll take my knife. There we go. Most of our fish is filleted. Now we just have to get down around these rib cages. They got big old thick ribs. I'll take the serrated knife on that one again. You can crack those ribs and pin bones. Hear that? You don't want to do that with your regular knife. You'll dull it and put chips in it. Alrighty, we're almost done. We almost got that fillet off. Woohoo! And there's our fillet of amberjack, and I'm going to trim those ribs off. But look how big that fillet is. That's nice. And we really didn't miss anything. Look how big their gut cavity is. And we will check that because I feel something in there. We'll see what they were eating. And you don't have to watch that if you don't want to. So now that we have one side filleted, I'm going to finish trimming out these rib bones. Look at that. And you can have, and there's some good meat there. They just got the rib bones in there. But that's some really good meat. And here's a collar meat, which we'll save that as well. Thick piece. If you just threw the throw it away, you would miss out on all that. But we need to skin this out. Now I'm going to use a 7-inch, but they also make a 9-inch that would work great for this as well. Kind of get yourself a little handle. And then I aim up a little bit because I do have a decent amount of bloodline, but if you see, this fish wasn't really that bloody because I bled it out in the cooler. And I'm going to separate this in half. Make life real manageable. See that? And that's their big bloodline that you would want to cut out. But that's a gorgeous amberjack fillet that will make into steaks. And these are greater amberjack. They have the lesser amberjack, they have banded rudderfish, almaco jacks. You just want to make sure. These are very common. When you catch them, you'll know they're big. But that's the skin. And see how I kind of aimed up a little bit on the knife? Because then you get to leave a lot of that bloodline on there. And make this into manageable pieces again to skin. Same thing, go from the head. Aim that knife just a little bit up, but still keep it parallel to the table. And see, once again, leave some meat on there because then you leave all that bloodline and you don't have to worry about cutting that out. But that's a big chunk of AJ fillet. We need to get these pin bones out and that bloodline. Once you get that out, you'll have a great tasting fillet. And if you notice, there's no worms in this fillet. Jacks do have a bad rep for being wormy. And yeah, some of them are gonna have worms. But those worms are not harmful to humans, especially when your fish is properly cooked, and you can just pick them out. There's an amberjack fillet, freshly caught, freshly cleaned, and that's gonna be some great meat on the grill, and we're gonna make sandwiches out of them. Grilled amberjack fish sandwiches. That's gonna be delicious. So see how easier it is to clean and fillet when you actually kind of dress it a little bit. And there's our amberjack carcass, rib cage and spine. See how big their spine is and their tail. Look at that tail. We got one more piece. That's a big pile of fish. We have a lot of amberjack meat, fresh fish. That's going to feed a lot of people, and I'll probably end up giving some away, probably vacuum seal and freeze some because it is firm. It does freeze very well. That's when you know it's about to be a good dinner. It's when you got lump coals going and a good fire and a beautiful day out on the bay. Got the shrimpers working, grill lit, amberjack's cleaned up, I'm cleaned up now, and this is going to be a simple, easy meal, freshly grilled AJ's. These are our 4 amberjack steaks. Look at that. Is that not awesome? And then those are going to be our sandwich toppings. I have some brioche hamburger buns. So you can do whatever you like, but I like those brioche buns. Now we have a few different seasonings. This one's the Lartigue's Original Cajun. I'm going to mix that with my melted butter. Before we season our butter, we're going to butter our buns. It's funny. This is just some melted, unsalted butter. And then we'll throw those on the grill as well. So our coals are nice and hot. We're going to let the rest of this butter melt. We're going to go ahead and put our buns on there, so we're not cross-contaminating them with the fish. And those are gonna do quickly. It's just getting a small little char. Our buns are finished. That didn't take long at all. See that? Get just a good char on them. That was probably 30 seconds of grilling on there. So once that heat dies down just a little bit more, we'll put it on our AJ because we don't want it raw in the middle, but we also want it nice and grilled. We're gonna take our original Cajun seasoning and get it nice and mixed up in there. Now you don't need any other salt. Unsalted butter and the Cajun seasoning has enough sodium for my palate, and even this person that loves the saltiest stuff in our house for their palate as well. Oh yeah, it smells so good. Man, I love the taste and the smell of that. It's hard to beat a good Cajun seasoning. Here goes our amberjack. Let's just baste it real quick so it doesn't stick. Well-seasoned grill, it shouldn't stick, but gonna do it anyway. And it's gonna go on a sandwich. And you want it cooked and have some good flavor, but you also don't want to cover up the taste of the good fresh fish. So we're gonna put the butter side down. It shouldn't take long to cook. Wow. Uh-oh, that one was eager to get on there, wasn't it? All right, that's not gonna take very long at all. We're gonna finish basting it. Probably put the lid on it so it doesn't burn, and let them cook. Keep on basting it. Gonna give it some flavor. Oh, that's hot. Oh. But those are gonna take just a few minutes on each side. Getting some nice color change there from that pinkish raw to that nice and white. And the outside's gonna be charred, and inside should be nice, juicy, and flaky. Heck yeah. On a beautiful evening. I don't know where the wind went, but I'm happy because it's been windy so much this past month. I'm glad I was able to actually get out on opening day. Time to flip it. Oh, look at that. Now, it did stick a little bit because my grill's not as seasoned as it was last year. Oh, see that char? Woo, that is hot. So look at those cross hatches on there. Just like a steak. Flip that one. Beautiful. Finish basting it with some more butter. And then those are just going to take probably a couple more minutes with this flame and then be done. That's what you want. Gorgeous amberjack. It's good for grilling. You know, some fish, they're very thin and kind of fragile. AJs, shark, grouper, redfish, drums in general are pretty good to grill. Drums and jacks. These are pretty much finished, so we're going to do one more flare up on them with that Cajun butter. Woo! Get that one last sear on them, and then we're going to take them off. All right, got to work quickly. There's one for a sandwich. Another for a sandwich. Look at that color. And then our fourth one. Boom. All right. And we don't want to miss that piece. So there's our fish, and you could cook almost a whole nother rack of ribs on this thing. But we're going to let these cool down. They'll still be cooking pretty much internally. But we'll go upstairs and get ready to plate our sandwiches, everybody. I'm excited. We'll see you in the kitchen. Hey, so we're inside the kitchen, and our amberjack's kind of cooled down. We're going to plate our sandwich. Everyone is different with what they like on their sandwiches. That's why there's so many options out there. And we got our toasted bun. Take our nice fine piece of amberjack, because that's the star of the show. Look at that. And we've already tried a little bit because there was a piece that fell off, and dang, it was delicious. We're going to take a bed of butter lettuce, tomato, take some red onion. Ain't that pretty? But there's a whole different selection of stuff you can use for toppings. Remoulade is very good with some Tabasco. But I'm gonna put on this Cajun garlic sauce. It's kind of like Heinz 57, but not as tangy. It's got a great flavor to it. And drizzle some on top. Close it up, push it down. And there's our fresh grilled amberjack sandwich. Here we go. Y'all give it the first bite. All right. That's a big bite. Delicious. Let me finish chewing so I'm not talking with my mouth open. So that initial bite, I mean, you know that's fresh fish. Nice, flaky, firm, white fish. Let's dig in for another bite of this messy but amazing fresh fish sandwich. Wow. Clean my mouth up. It's juicy, full of flavor. That's amazing. I wish I had that when I was actually out on the water fishing, because there would be none left, just like it's going to be right now. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to have to let y'all go so we can finish our dinner. We'll see you on the next Bama Saltwater fishing video. All of our partners are linked down below. If you haven't subscribed already and you enjoy these formatted videos, these Catch Clean Cooks, where we go from the very beginning of launching the boat to cleaning the fish, some educational aspects and a lot of entertaining aspects, go smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Most importantly, and as always, I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything he does for us. We'll see you later. I'm going to bite into this sandwich again because it is a delicious, full of flavor. Here we go. We're gone.